Hey guys, meteorologist Doug Hetty. It is a Monday afternoon weather 2020 video. A lot to talk about for us today. Of course, new record highs, very windy across the region. Pretty good severe threat moving in on Wednesday. I've been talking about this the past 2 or 3 weeks that the pattern is picking up. We're in the new cycling weather pattern. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that. And then, of course, looking at Halloween and some very heavy potential for rain across the region, which all of Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, really the entire Central Plains needs rain. Over 75% of the country is in a drought right now, which is absolutely crazy. Of course, big Chiefs win yesterday, 7-0. I'm a big Chiefs fan, and a lot of weather to really discuss as we go through the next few days. So let's dive into it. First off, huge shout out to my boy Superior Roofing and Construction, a four-state premier roofing contractor. They're local to 7th and High Street in Joplin. Cole, Evan, and Carlos, give them a call. Numbers right there on the screen. Any roofing needs that you do have, they'll get you hooked up and whatever you may need. All right, so let's jump in. All right, so very warm, very windy today. A lot of mid and upper level clouds shooting across the Dakotas. You can see our storm system pulling out into the western parts of the Rockies. So this is our next storm system, which is going to be rotating in. So south of it, you have a high pressure down through parts of Texas, which shoots this moisture up into the northern plains. And then the western third of the country, that's where we are seeing the storm system starting to dig in. And this is going to give us some issues by the time we head into Wednesday. So this is going to be a level 2 out of 5 threat right now. We'll see if it goes up at all, but severe threat from Kansas City, Wichita, Oak City down to Dallas, Lawton, Tulsa, Fort Smith, Northwest Arkansas, Joplin, over towards Springfield into west central parts of Missouri. So that's where the greater threat is going to be for severe weather, and this is going to be for Wednesday evening. Now, we get into a little bit of a severe weather season, especially late October, November, into early parts of December. And I do expect to have several rounds of severe weather as we go through about the next 8 weeks, as we are getting into the part of the cycling weather pattern that is a little bit more interesting. Now, if you watch my videos often, I talk about how I am a little bit concerned about this pattern because there are some pretty good dry stretches, but overall, I'm happy to see at least weather action moving in. Of course, we don't want severe weather, but we do want rain. We do want showers and thunderstorms. And again, because we're on a recurring cycle, this is something I've been working on for 25 years, Gary Lezak for 35 years, patent pending model. This is going to happen again as we go through the next couple of months. Now, you got to take the seasonal differences. So maybe severe weather now, maybe a winter storm once we get into early January. So a lot to watch. So let's go ahead and dig in and make sure if you are getting weather information, make sure they are from a meteorologist. We have so many armchair meteorologists out there. Well, I guess they're armchair weather fanatics out there. And their main goal is to get clicks. They want to make money. So they put TikTok videos out or Facebook videos out, but they don't understand weather models. And I always tell people, yeah, you can look at a weather model, but to understand it, you have to know where the model is incorrect. And most people can't decipher that. So just be careful when you're getting information, especially on situations where it's severe weather. And of course, severe weather is a big deal in this part of the country. All right, so let's roll through. Look at the winds for us today. We're getting gusts 30 to 40 from Joplin, Kansas City, out through central parts of Kansas, down through parts of Oklahoma. Not quite as strong once you get into Arkansas, but still they're up there. Look at the winds tomorrow. So very similar to what we are seeing today. Even on Wednesday, we're going to have winds gusting 30 to 40, upwards to 40 miles per hour. And then once our cold front drops in, that's when the winds will start to diminish a little bit, especially as we go into Halloween. The rest of the day is going to be warm, near record highs, 87 Joplin, 88 Fort Smith, 87 in Oak City, St. Louis up to 77 degrees. Tonight's going to be fine. Dropping back mild, look at this, mid 60s to near 70 degrees. And then Tuesday, much of the same. Warm, windy, maybe not quite as warm, but still into lower 80s for most of us. Let's go into Wednesday. Of course, here comes the storm system. So we're going to go into Wednesday morning. A lot of clouds out across central Kansas down through Oklahoma. This is something we want to watch because the more cloud cover we get will kind of drop the ability for very dangerous storms to develop. But still, nevertheless, I do think we're going to get strong to severe thunderstorms that get going once we get into Wednesday afternoon. Temps into the 70s, so definitely warm enough. And then let's go into Wednesday afternoon. So here's where these storms are really firing, from western parts of Iowa all the way down through southeastern Nebraska, Topeka, Manhattan, Salina. And you can see, so this is one of our weather models. Again, as I just said, there's not one weather model that's even correct. There's some that are fairly accurate, but nowhere near correct. And you have to understand, why is this not correct? So yes, this model is trying to produce some rotating cells, and I do think that's going to happen, but you can't take this as, hey, this is exactly where these storms are going to fire up as we get into Wednesday evening. Let's continue through the evening. Big line of showers and thunderstorms working through northeastern Kansas all the way up through west central parts of Iowa. These will most likely be severe. So here's 4:30 in the afternoon, and we are going to have a large hail, gusty winds, and a tornado threat mid-afternoon into Wednesday evening, extending all the way down west of Oklahoma City. All right, let's continue Wednesday evening. Here comes this monster line. Now, at this point in time, remember the sun sets early now. So by 6:30, it's pretty much dark. So we're losing the heating of the day. And this line is now approaching the Kansas City Metro, Lawrence, Topeka, all the way down through southeastern Kansas, west of Tulsa. At this point in time, tornado threat will start to drop off, but the wind and the hail threat will start to increase a little bit, or at least the wind threat. The hail threat's going to be there all afternoon. All right, so let's continue Wednesday evening. Thunderstorms continue to push east, strong to severe, drive through Kansas City, 7, 8, 9 p.m., now into north central Missouri, all the way through Des Moines, and then strong to severe storms through west central Missouri. So we're looking at Nevada to Joplin, southeast Kansas, all the way down that I-44 corridor, all the way back toward Lawton, Oklahoma. So this is 9:30 p.m., so we're looking at mainly a wind and a hail threat. And let's continue through the night, plowing east. So by midnight, we're looking from Macon, Columbia, Jeff City, Lake of the Ozarks, getting into Springfield, Branson, all of northwest Arkansas, Fort Smith, east central, southeastern parts of Oklahoma. This is still going to contain a severe threat, but the main threat at this point in time is going to be gusty winds and also some large hail. Let's continue through the night. This line weakens and starts to push east. So St. Louis, West Plains, all the way down toward Little Rock, all the way down toward Texarkana. And this should produce some pretty good rainfall amounts, which of course we definitely need. So let's look at that. Let's continue. So here's Halloween. All right, so it's going to be much cooler on Halloween, but I don't really expect rain across the region. Now, Texarkana, Little Rock toward Jonesboro and Memphis, you guys may still have a few showers on Thursday evening, but everybody else is looking pretty good. Friday looks good, but look at how rain starts to reload. So here's Saturday morning, central Kansas, Oklahoma, down through Texas. Showers and thunderstorms increase again, east central Kansas, down through Oklahoma. This doesn't really look like a severe weather setup. If there was anything severe, it'd be down through south central Oklahoma, but of course something we'll keep our eyes on. And then periods of rain all the way into Sunday. So this is going to be a very wet weekend. Showers and thunderstorms late Sunday into Monday. And then here comes the backside of this system, which will cool us off again as we head into early next week. So this is good. We have two big storm systems which are going to produce some heavy amounts of rain across the region. So if we look at rainfall potential, look at this. A lot of areas could pick up 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of rain from really Wichita east, including Topeka, Kansas City, Columbia, St. Louis, Jonesboro, Tulsa, Texarkana, and we all need the rain. So there is a ton to watch as we go through the next several days, the next 10 days or so. Of course, any questions, any comments, leave it in the comment section below. We'll do another video tomorrow, and I'll update you on our severe threat and this, which is all moving in. All right, guys, hope you have a fantastic afternoon. I'll be at KOAM News tonight, 5, 6, 9, and 10.